What's the deal with his skin? Take accutane and drink water,
Is
bro.
acne
It will
due to
change your
steroid
life.
use
Dude,
or genetic
acne, I can see you.
I couldn't take it anymore. 60 days ago, I was at rock bottom with my skin. But 60 days later, I committed to making 4 changes that I never knew existed. And I made better progress with these changes than anything I've ever tried before. And after seeing my results, I guarantee that you'll want to try the same routine. Before I started this challenge, I kind of knew what was causing my acne. In a way, I was almost addicted to what was causing my acne, and I didn't really want to let it go. These things I'm talking about are dairy, added sugar, and refined carbs. Every single skincare fanatic out there will tell you that acne is genetic and it can't be solved with diet. But I read a lot of scientific studies on these, and I was willing to give it a try. And by the way, the 4th thing that I ended up cutting out around halfway through this challenge was something that had nothing to do with diet, and also something that probably 9 out of 10 dermatologists would recommend against. But from now on, cutting these things out of my diet meant a huge lifestyle change for me. There was no more fast food. There was no more frozen pizzas after I'd get home from a long work day. Everything I ate basically had to be made in my own kitchen. Meaning that I had to become a significantly better cook. And I'm not going to lie, by the end of this challenge, I did become a pretty damn good cook. And I ended up having a ton of recipes that I used that other people are using right now, which I'll give you access to at the end of the video. The first week was easy when I was by myself, but when it came to hanging out with my friends, things became difficult. If they wanted to go to a bar or go to a restaurant and order food, the only way I could go was by heavily customizing an item, which honestly I didn't want to do, and instead I'd rather just stay at home. But what happened was that I started to develop some restaurants locally that I could eat at. And finding these restaurants and finding what I could eat became a super simple process. Because during this journey, I started to develop a ChatGPT bot. Every single time that I was curious on something I could eat, I'd take a picture of it or I'd describe it, and then it would come back to me with an answer of, can I have this or can I not? And that is when I found the 4th thing that I implemented, hoping that it would help transform my skin. This is something that's extremely unconventional, and when one of my friends brought it up to me, I genuinely thought that he was insane, and I thought that I would never try this. But once I looked more into it, it started to make more and more sense. What I'm talking about is the caveman regimen. What this is to completely cut out all skincare products. No cleansers, no exfoliants, no topicals, no moisturizers, and only use cold water. And I thought that doing this would make my skin super cracked and dry, and it would get really terrible, and I was in so much denial. But by the end of this challenge, I was completely shocked. So by day 30, I was 2 weeks into the caveman regimen. And I'm not gonna lie, the results from day 30 right here, they're pretty decent. But at the same time, it made me demotivated. Because originally when I started this challenge, I thought it was gonna take 30 days to get clear skin. But boy, was I wrong. Now, I've still got acne, and it still fucks me up every single morning when I go to wash my face. And it's just bright red, and I can just see like my forehead's breaking out and all that type of shit. But at the same time, it is improvement, and that improvement is what I should be focusing on, and not the fact that I'm not there yet. Upon researching it, apparently your skin regenerates every 48 to 60 days, meaning any food you ate is going to stay affecting your skin for the next 60 days. So I knew that the majority of the results would come in at that 2nd month period. But at this point, I knew I'd make it to that 60-day period, because something amazing happened. My diet started to get rock solid. I wasn't just taking some medication and sitting back and letting it work its magic. No, I was putting in active action to fix my acne. I was literally transforming into the best version of myself. I no longer wanted to eat fast food because I knew that that fast food was causing me acne. I would be starving hungry, and I would have a DoorDash order get canceled by the customer.
God fucking damn it. They canceled it the 3rd time in 1 week. What do we have this time? They've canceled it. We got potato skins and chicken wraps. If anyone wants this, let me know. I'll give you the fucking food.
And I would have this most delicious, hyper palatable food in my back seat.
This fucking diet thing, I've had this Dairy Queen order just get canceled. Fucking tons of food. Blizzard, like look at that shit, and a Coke just got canceled. So I meant to keep the food, but I'm on the fucking diet, so I can't have it.
But instead, I declined it. I'd give it away to a homeless person. I'd go home and I'd go make some chicken and brown rice meal with some vegetables. And every single time that I declined a temptation, that it was right in front of me and that it would have been easier than ever to cheat, I felt like the most powerful person in the world. I truly had control over my own mind. And at day 60, this is what my skin looks like. I'm not going to lie, I've got a lot of work to do. I believe that I'm currently on day 60 out of a 120-day transformation. So right now I'm halfway through. But already looking back on my progress, it made me so motivated, knowing that my acne is fully in my control, that I don't need to follow this generic advice that's pushed out by dermatologists and doctors trying to sell you this medication that gives you some of the worst side effects that you could ever imagine. Instead, all I have to control is what's going on inside of my own body, which I can do through nutrition. And if you have acne, but you want to get rid of it too and have a similar transformation, you can. So click the link in the description, join my free community where you can gain access to my recipe book, which contains all of the recipes that I was using throughout this challenge to make this transformation possible.